In a landmark collaboration, Earthspring International and Vincentian International Network, Justice, Peace and Integrity of Creation proudly presents the International Conference on Prisoners' Justice with the theme, Enhancing Global Response.
10th of August has been the day officially set aside for prisoners and their supporters to honor the memory of those who have died of natural death in prison and express solidarity with millions of people in the side of prison who are demanding changes to a criminal justice system that humanizes and brutalizes them. This is a reason why all stakeholders in the criminal justice system of Nigeria are gathered here today to deliberate and chart a way forward on how to enhance prisoners' justice at all times in spite of the daunting challenges facing this critical sector of the economy.
This program means a lot to me because for long we have swept under the carpet the rights of those in detention and prisoners generally. And for long, the prison authorities and the correctional facility authorities have been complaining, but nobody seems to listen to them. A program such as this is a good one to showcase what the correctional services officers are doing, and also to x-ray their challenges so that the society can also know that these are some of the rights that are pertinent to those in detention and those in prison.
One important part of our life is this work with the correctional services. Whatever Father Victor has done today is not new. Right from when we were in formation, every one of us, those who are called Vincentians, are founded by St. Vincent de Paul. St. Vincent de Paul was held a prisoner, but unjustly held a prisoner. And he integrated that into his pastoral life all through. And so everyone who is part of our congregation world over has a touch with the prison. And we are very much connected to this. We want to build a bridge with society so that each and every one of us will know that it's not only about correcting them, it's not about imprisoning them, but when we correct them, we should be also ready to sustain their lives.
It is a transformative event where minds and hearts unite from the world and all corners of the universe to address the critical issues of injustice.
In which you find that there is an allegation, sometimes no concrete allegation, no substantial allegation, but somebody, maybe a frame-up, you are being invited, and rather than doing a discreet investigation first, you will find a situation in which an officer, a very officious officer, will go first to arrest you, bring you to the office or to their station for questioning. Before you even begin the process of questioning, you would have spent 3-4 hours thinking about why you are there. Then they bring the papers. By the time you finish the writing, it would have been late. The officer who was supposed to authorize you are going home would have left the office, and then before you know it, you are made to sleep over.
As the session dived into thought-provoking discussions, innovations, strategies, and collaborative initiatives, what became paramount was how to prefer solutions to the affected victims of injustice.
The theme of this conference is apt at this time when the whole world is laying much emphasis on the humane treatment of people in detention. We as a nation cannot be left behind, but do all that is within our powers to ensure the inmates in detention get quick justice.
Initiated by the Nigerian Correctional Service to promote prisoners' justice include advocating for pro bono legal services of indigent inmates, robust synergy with other components of the criminal justice system, unhindered access to inmates' legal representatives, construction of ultra-modern custodial centers with courtrooms domiciled within them, introduction of virtual courtrooms, collaboration with faith-based organizations, non-governmental organizations, and civil society groups, and ensuring professional conduct among officers and men of the service.
I've chosen to look beyond the problems, to start thinking of what can we do differently. And the truth remains that for a service that has to hold 79,000 people, if there is no adequate funding, we can't see the changes. And the truth remains that if we have to start looking at that changes, maybe rather than waiting for the adequate funding, we can start looking at partnership with private organizations. There are a lot of organizations out there that they have the resources. But before we can do that, we need to bridge the gap of stigmatization. And it starts by projecting the impact that is happening within the facility.
Justice. 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 This word is the central foci of whatever is going on in this contemporary world. All the problems that are facing the world as a whole, the international problems, the local problems, the problems within your house, the problem in your own street, social, economic, political, security, all of them are because of the inefficiency and inability of the men of the world to really apply this word justice in whatever we do. If we are to do justice to what we have in the land, if we are to even do justice to even the revenue we have gathered from 1999 to today, there will not be any destitute in Nigeria. We are far, far above that.
Even prisoners are protected. They are part of the persons that humanitarian law protects, because the whole idea or the linchpin of international humanitarian law is protection. So the fact that they took part in armed conflict some time ago does not give a license for continuous ill treatment of them. So that the Geneva Convention relative to the protection of treatment of our prisoners of war avails them certain protection, certain humane treatment, certain rights. In peacetime, as in war, prisoners have rights because they are human beings. And whenever there is a situation of war, international humanitarian law comes into effect. It crystallizes to regulate the action of the parties, because there is a limit to what people can do in the name of war. So that international humanitarian law holds that even in war, human beings tend to have compassion for fellow humans. So that where people are taken captive, because captivity is one of the consequences of war, where people are taken captive, they enjoy certain rights and treatments.
This conference is a unique platform for cross-border cooperation, sharing best practices, and igniting change.
Our organization has a program we call Youth Development Project. Under this project, when the incarcerated citizens come out of incarceration, we infuse them back into the society after giving them adequate skills that they use to become self-reliant and are able to be easily infused back to the society.
My organization, most of our work has been within the correctional center, and I can say for a fact that the support we have enjoyed as an organization has been so mind-blowing in terms of introducing, even down to organizing virtual classes, mobile libraries, and all those things. If those partnerships and collaborations are not there, there is no way that we would have been able to extend the hands of impact or reach out to incarcerated persons.
The focus throughout the event was on enhancing collective response, forging partnerships, and empowering communities.
What we should be looking at is, how do we empower our people? Are you getting it? Until we get empowered. See, there is no middle class in Nigeria any longer. As I am now, I cannot conveniently go to any Abuja hospital to say I want to treat malaria, because I may not be able to afford whatever bill that is given to me. Now imagine people that don't have jobs. So that is the beginning of the suppression.
High point of the event was a groundbreaking development where Nigeria's talent behind bars was unveiled.
Sentences.
A compelling initiative that sheds light on the lives of incarcerated individuals with remarkable talent and skills. The program seeks to explore their journey of rehabilitation and reintegration into the society after serving their correctional jail term.
It is true that many people who are in prison are not supposed to be there. That is an obvious fact, and is as a result of the loopholes in our legal system, and which can also be corrected if we have the political will to move away from where we have been to a new frontiers. If you have a trial system that takes a long time, and you have pre-trial procedures that are very, very cumbersome, ranging from the point of suspicion to arrest to investigation to trial, it takes a long time. Sometimes investigations can be completed when you're already 5-6 years behind bars, waiting to be tried. Such a system cannot help any other system, cannot help anywhere in the whole world.
Participants at the event now call on stakeholders to strengthen global response, empower change, and ensure justice for all.
If you want to change Nigeria, Nigeria is very, very easy to change. Our Nigerian people are very easy to lead. Our problem is with the leadership, beginning in the instant case with the law enforcement officers. And if we give them a new orientation and put that new thinking into them, then there will be new approach to these issues of arrest before investigation. And in that regard, we do things the way it should be done.
But if I'm an attorney general by any means of accident, on no account will the government fail to implement court order. Even if it's an order from a magistrate court, it must be implemented.
Program today was very enlightening and very educational. It was so impactful. In fact, I didn't know I was going to gain so much knowledge today, but after today, we'll know more about the correctional service of the Nigerian prison service. And by God's special grace, we'll do more in collaboration with other organizations to make this life for these people incarcerated better.
Together, we transform lives, one step at a time.